Hello there, this is the Misanthropic Lord, and welcome to Day of the Tentacle, a remastered old game from my past. This is actually a sequel to a game called Maniac Mansion, made in 1987 by Lucasfilm Games. Yes, Lucasfilm Games. That's the one that made Star Wars, if you heard of it, which is now a Disney trademarked one. So, I just want to say that if Disney is watching this, please do not sue me, because I love everything that Star Wars, trademarked by Disney, loves, and we are both very good fans. Okay? Good. Good. This is an adventure-style game that mimics a lot of what Secret of Monkey Island did. As you can see, the remastered graphics are that it really smooths out some of the pixels that the VGA system would have had way back in the day. But you know what? Oh my god. Oh, just the fact that there's developers commentary makes me want to say yes so badly. This really is the type of game that deserves developers commentary. This is amazing. I loved this game when it first came out. That was during like the early 90s. I remember playing this game during the early 90s and being blown away by how funny it was. How much, well, the adventure game stuff was kind of oppressive, as it tended to be in early games. Not as bad as Sierra games, but there's still some flights of logic that you have to take in order to get through the game itself. Oh shoot, I didn't put subtitles on.
I don't think you should drink that.
I need to...
It looks bad for you.
I need to turn those on. Yeah, sorry, just a second. Let me go ahead and put the subtitles on. Done and done. You know what? Let's go to classic mode. Yeah, classic mode. Yeah, there we go. We'll keep those... We'll keep those remastered, that's fine. I want you guys to see what the actual game looked like and how it looks like right now with this remastering. The art in this game is wonderful. I love it.
Smarter, more aggressive. I feel like I could. Like
what?
I could.
What you feel like, Purple?
Like I could.
Give it to me. Give me the line.
Take all the world.
Oh man. It's lost a little bit in translation through the years, but it's fine. So,
look, Hoagie, it's a hamster.
This...
Just what I need for dissection lab
I was just gonna let this play through.
I think I need that for the band, Laverne. You know, like we could bite its head off or whatever.
Hands off that hamster.
Friend of yours, Bernard?
He belongs to Weird Ed Edison, and it looks like he's brought us a
This
note.
game is so delightfully 90s, it's wonderful.
It's from my old friend, Green Tentacle. He says that Purple Tentacles mutated into an insane genius, and Dr. Fred's going to kill them both. I thought I was free of Dr. Fred and those crazy Edisons forever. But now, I know that I must go back to the mansion.
There are so many pop culture references and so many different things that this game is making fun of that it is still delightful. It is still a delight to play. Day of the Tentacle, my friends. I'm just going to keep it in classic mode for a while before we get to the actual mansion. This game is at the height of LucasArts productions. You had Secret of Monkey Island, and then you had LeChuck's Revenge. You had the Indiana Jones games, which were in a genre all of themselves. And then you have Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max. All Grim Fandango would come in like the 90s, 97. Just the 90s were LucasArts games' heyday, especially when it came to adventure games. There were action games that they had, like Dark Forces that came out. Rogue Squadron, I think, came out during the 90s as well. But for adventure games, bar none. LucasArts crushed, smashed Sierra games. Not to say that there weren't some good Sierra, King's Quest, Quest for Glory, Space Quest that came out during the 90s as well, but nearly every single good game that I can think of from 93 on, adventure game-wise, created by LucasArts. Like ones that I could see myself playing and replaying. I'm just gonna fanboy throughout this entire intro. I don't even care. Ron Gilbert, Tim Schafer, and see, here we go. Tim Schafer, Ron Gilbert, Dave Grossman, Gary Winnick. They would go on to make some of the best adventure games after getting their start at Secret of Monkey Island. And even today, they're just giants in the game industry. You might know that Tim Schafer is the start of
Okay, we'll spread out commando style. Laverne, you go secure the area behind those double doors. Hoagie, you take care of upstairs reconnaissance. I'll maintain Command HQ here, in the lobby.
What are we looking for?
We've got to find where Dr. Fred is holding the tentacles.
This better not take too long. I've got an anatomy final tomorrow.
The voice acting is not great, but it was before voice acting for computer games was really
If I know Dr. Fred,
normal.
he's got the tentacles tied up in his secret lab. Question is, where's his secret lab?
I don't need to know about the doctors and him holding tentacles. I've seen that anime before. Am I right, guys? Am I? All right. So,
The Chicago Manual of Thermodynamic Flux Induction Circuit Design. Great stuff.
yeah, of course. So this is really,
Spearmint, my favorite.
this is really quintessential
Stuck to the
LucasArts
floor.
or older adventure games here, where you
That
have
one
the
looks like it's
verb
from a
bar.
local hardware store.
I believe it's called the
It's
Scum
from
system.
George's Hardware.
I can't
George
remember
says
what the
that every
abbreviation
American should
is,
have a vacuum cleaner in
but
their basement.
basically you have a whole bunch of verbs, and you can just choose whatever verb with whatever object in the
horticultural
environment, and
horror.
something will happen. Like I can try to talk to the plant, and it doesn't highlight, so there's nothing,
How
there's
did
no
that
action
get
there,
up there?
associated with that verb.
Neat.
Ding. Well, doesn't look like anyone's coming. Maybe if we use it a couple more times.
Neat.
It is neat. That's true, Bernard. This entire game is neat. Let me tell you. So, as I said,
Sleek design, sturdy construction, attractive housing. All in all, a fine
indeed.
phone.
All right, let's go ahead and get it back to remastered mode so that we can see what the difference is. All right, see? Just makes it a little bit smoother, animation a little bit fresher. But other than that, it keeps up most of what the game is known for. And I love that. I love it. I love the art style. It's a very 70s, 60s-esque looking room from an older gentleman. The music.
It's as far back as it can be.
I'm sorry, you're getting a little bit of me fanboying over a piece of my childhood. I used to play these games nonstop with my family. This is what I was raised
it's
on.
From my favorite movie.
Yeah, get it? Because it's Star Wars. Are they allowed to have that anymore?
I hope no one's watching.
Please don't get me Disney. I
I look so goofy on video.
don't need that in my life.
Looks like Dr. Fred wearing a powdered wig. Handsome in a way, but I'm glad he eventually accepted his hair loss.
As I said before, this was a sequel to another game called Maniac Mansion.
The safe is closed.
And the reason that it was kind of a
I
big
don't know
deal
the
at the time
combination.
is because you could choose different characters. Maniac Mansion, you could choose 3
Boy,
different
the
characters
Edisons
at the
are a
start, and
spectacularly
you
ugly
needed
family.
to rotate in between them in order to finish the game. And this game is no different. You have 3 characters, and you have to rotate in between them in order to solve puzzles. There's so many creative and
secret
interesting
passage. This is all too
puzzles.
easy.
Because one of the things that ends up happening is it gets a little Back to the Future-ish. If I don't want to spoil it
Laverne,
all
how'd you
right
get
now,
upstairs?
I want you guys to see it organically,
Am I
but
upstairs? I got lost.
Seen any tentacles?
What's a tentacle?
like you don't know.
Just something I whipped up in my spare time. Made good pets, actually. Until one of them tried to take over the world. Had to tie the little buggers up in the basement.
Good thing you told us that.
Yeah, Bernard wanted us to set them free.
Thank God you weren't that stupid. Did you say, Bernard?
And unlike a lot of adventure games at a time where you could
Okay, you're free to go.
get doused
Thanks,
in too much
Bernard.
conversation.
Yes, thank you, naive human. Now I can finish taking over the world. Wait!
This dialogue is
Oh, yeah.
genuinely funny.
Now I remember. He's incredibly evil, isn't he?
I'll try to talk him out of it.
Happens to the best of us, Bernard. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll figure it out. It'll be
Well,
fine.
What possible harm could one insane mutant tentacle do?
Leaping lab rats!
Dr. Fred.
What have you done this time, you meddling milquetoast?
Milquetoast.
Now Purple Tentacle is free to use his evil mutant powers to take over the world and enslave all humanity.
Which is bad.
Our only hope now is to turn off my sludge-o-magic machine and prevent the toxic mutagen from entering the river.
Isn't it a little late for that, Doctor?
Of course, that's why I'll have to do it. Yesterday,
Huh?
through the time machine.
Yep, there we go. We got a time machine in this one.
This is all your fault, Bernard.
Behold, children, the Chronogon.
Doc, can't you just send Bernard?
No, you must all go to increase the odds that one of you will make it there alive.
Have any people ever been hurt in this thing?
Of course not. This is the first time I've ever tried it on people.
I love that it's just making the jokes for me. It's nice just to sit back, relax, and have the game do the job of be funny. I love that there's just a sludge-o-mag for no reason whatsoever.
Well, I'll see.
Bernard, float over here so I can punch you.
This must be that Woodstock place Mom and Dad are always talking about.
What could it all mean?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Die. Die.
We may not live to see yesterday.
I'm sure Dr. Fred wouldn't have done this if it weren't safe.
After all, he is a doctor.
It works! I can't believe it! And they said imitation diamond wasn't good enough.
Whereas there are some games or some shows that have like one or two good lines during an episode, this entire game, like every other line, is a great and fun. All the gags work, all the lines work, all the characters have their funny moments, and they have personalities that make you. Well, I guess the personalities are actually kind of trope-ish of the 90s now, but at the time, you know, it was actually a very funny thing to see those tropes be interacted with inside of a computer game. You know, you could interact with them and not just, you know, stereotype them from afar.
Cheap mail order jewels.
What happened to Hoagie and Laverne?
I'm geeking out hardcore, I'm
I knew I
sorry.
bought a real diamond.
Are they alive?
My dials say that the larger specimen landed 200 years in the past, and the other is stuck 200 years in the future.
Well, hurry up and bring them back.
I will, as soon as I get a new diamond. Then all your buddies have to do is plug in their respective chronogens and...
Plug them in? Where is Hoagie going to find an electrical outlet 200 years in the past?
Yes, well, he'll be needing my patented super battery then, won't he? Now, where did I put those patented super battery plans of mine?
Just pitch perfect,
Plans?
man.
How are we gonna get Hoagie plans?
Don't worry me with details, boy. Just help me find the plans. They're in this house somewhere.
In the first 15 minutes of the game, it
Now what am I
sets the
going to
stage
do?
so well.
I think I made myself perfectly clear. Step 1, find plans. Step 2, save world. Step 3, get out of my house. Let's get cracking.
You know what the world is like. You know what the characters are like. You know what you're supposed to find, what you're supposed to do. It's just so good. It's so good, and it's so funny, and there's so many little things that you can miss.
It can't do anything without a new diamond.
And that you'll just need to replay over and over again to see what interacts with what, and what you can look at and talk to and push and pull. Every single little thing has an interesting piece of dialogue associated with it.
Upstairs.
It's just so good. It's so good, and it's so well put together. This was made nearly 23 years
like
ago.
A generator driven by a treadmill.
God, it still holds up. It's still really well put together.
There, it's off. But it's too late now.
Having the really big metal band guy who's kind of slow be 200 years in the past and meet famous people 200 years in the past. And the spazoid schizo nurse female who's just 200 years in the future, and she has to deal with it. She probably has anxiety issues too, from what I understand of her character. Just really great stuff. There are a couple of jokes that fall flat, and some stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense now that we've progressed 20 years in the future. But it's just, you kind of have to put it to the side and just kind of soak in the fun that you can have with it, because there's so much fun.
You missed the party.
You and the clown were having a party?
No, last night. At the Novelty Good Salesman's Convention. I tell you, we novelty good salesmen know how to have a good time.
So all of the dialogue options are so well done too.
Battery? I wouldn't know about anything like that. I'm just a novelty goods distributor specializing in cigars. So, want a cigar?
These games are infamous
Sure,
for padding
one of those Havanan babies on me.
for padding their game time with dialogue that you would just go down the line just to see what funny shit the characters were going to say.
I was gonna blow your head off there, didn't you? Well, you were right.
And Bernard slumps to the floor. No, he's fine. It's cartoons. The fact that he's not actually laughing actually creeps me out a little bit.
You shouldn't smoke. It's a bad habit.
What is this laugh? There we go. I could have been a voice actor for computer games in the 90s. I think I'm at that bar.
Hands off, boy. That's a precision-made novel.
No. All right. So, I'll be honest. I forget a lot of this game. So I'm
Jumpy little sucker.
I know in general what to do, and I remember a lot of the funnier puzzles, but how to get there, I might be floundering a little bit. At the offset, you play Bernard here, right? But as you go on and you solve more of the puzzles, you'll be able to play the other characters. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to solve far enough into the game so that I can actually just look at the other characters. Just for you guys.
It's already open.
Well, it didn't look open, okay? A lot of the puzzles that you have to do with time. You know, putting something into the past for someone else so that they can stash it somewhere and it becomes something else in the future.
I wouldn't want to strain myself. I wouldn't want to strain myself. I wouldn't want to strain myself.
Okay, I get it. Like one of the puzzles that I can remember. Oh, this is a big thing too. The more time that you take, the worse stuff happens. Like, right now, yeah, he's doing like really small things like cow tipping, but if you take too much time, he actually does worse and worse stuff. It progresses in the game. I can't remember if there's an actual time limit, like if you take too long, the tentacle ends up winning. I don't think so, because LucasArts games, adventure games, have they have this thing where you don't usually can have a situation where you block yourself into a corner.
Edna, thanks for giving me the fever. Creepy. Must be an Edison.
Kind of looks like a Tim Burton stop motion model.
Looks awful heavy. Excuse me.
What is it? I'm rather... Say, aren't you Bernard Bernoulli?
Bernoulli.
No, my name is Threepwood.
Nice try, but I never forget a face.
That's an allusion to Secret of Monkey Island.
Years ago to save your little friend. What did you come for this time?
It's a good pop culture reference.
I'm a repairman. I've come to fix your VCR.
There's nothing wrong with my VCR. You keep your paws off of it.
So a VCR is an ancient device
Admiring your statue.
where you would have a cassette made of plastic and there'd be a magnetic tape wound inside of it that had data on it. And you would put it in, but in order to watch something again, you would have to rewind it to the start.
Come back anytime, you big hunk.
Just a simple explanation for all of my younger viewers out there who have no idea what they're talking about.
Hey, aren't you Weird Ed Edison, the paramilitary nut?
Why, yes, Hey, do I know you?
Yeah, I'm Bernard Bernoulli. I broke into your house 5 years ago, kidnapped your hamster, broke into your piggy bank.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell, but I can't remember much about that period anyway. My psychotherapist thinks something traumatic happened to me back then that I'm blocking out.
If I remember correctly, there's one puzzle in the first game where you put a hamster in a microwave.
Does it have anything to do with a hamster?
All I know is that I used to have a cute white hamster with spots, and now I have a cute brown one with no spots. It used to worry me, and the nightmares would come. I'm much better now. I don't have those bad thoughts anymore. Now I collect stamps.
And the inevitable conclusion happened to the hamster.
No. I mean, no. They mean a lot to me. Sometimes I think they're the only friends I've got.
Let's see.
Are all your hobbies this fascinating?
I don't have any other hobbies. These stamps are my whole life. If anything were ever to happen to them...
So,
nice hamster. Does he do tricks?
No, he just sits there.
Are you gonna let me speak?
Used to
Game?
have a really
No.
smart
Okay.
hamster, but
That's fine.
something happened to him.
So I'm pretty sure you have to do something with the stamp
What happened to
collection
the old hamster.
because the game just heavily hinted at it.
Remember, when I try, all I can think of is a flash of light and this horrible sound.
Adventure
What's the
games
horrible
are
sound?
LucasArts
It was
adventure
sort
games
of
are
like
infamous
ding,
for also being
dong.
very
I hear it
mean-spirited
in
to
my
some of the
dreams
characters.
to this day.
That hamster really should get some exercise.
Well, Dad puts him to work down in the basement sometimes. But then he starts sweating, and then he gets wet, and then he gets cold, and then he refuses to work.
Your dad or the hamster?
I love
Are
throwaway
you
little
making
lines like
fun
that.
of me?
No,
I get upset when people make fun of me.
I just meant...
Oh, it makes me so mad. I just want to relax. I want to relax. I'll be okay if I just focus on my stamps.
So I think you have to set them off
Too excited. Bye.
by stealing the stamp
Peace be
collection,
with
if I
you.
remember correctly. Let's see if we can take the hamster. Hi there, little guy.
He's reading the Wall Street Journal.
What a well-informed hamster. Yep, it's that easy. Let's go ahead and see what's on the computer. Oh, what's this?
Jeepers.
Hello there, this is the Misanthropic Lord, and welcome to Maniac Mansion. Oh man, I remember back in the day, I never really played this game, but, you know, it has a sequel called Day of the Tentacle, which is, actually, it just got a remastering, and I think it's available on Steam and GOG, Good Old Games. That's GOG.com. And one of the really cool things about the sequel is that it actually has the full game of Maniac Mansion in it as well. The complete thing. It was actually programmed into it and everything. Kind of a Easter egg in an Easter egg sort of thing. I believe it's the first time it had it, that one game, a sequel, had the entire first game programmed into it. Ron Gilbert, see, programmed by Ron Gilbert. He also did the the work on this game as well. So let's see. We got 3 characters that we're going to use for this, and we're going to see how far we can get through. Maniac Mansion. Okay, this looks like the old mansion. I'm sure I saw Dr. Fred take Sandy here. It's up to us to get her out. This could be real dangerous. If anyone wants to back out... Okay, I'm out of here. Bernard, don't be a tuna head. It's Sandy we're talking about. Okay. I heard Dr. Fred was kind of cute. Okay, let's go rescue Sandy. And forget that you said he was cute. That's really weird. He kidnapped someone, man. It's like I don't even know what to say to that. That's super odd. Okay, let's open the door. And save Sandy. The door's locked. Well, I tried my best. I guess Sandy will just have to figure her own way out. Okay, guys. Hey, who wants to have a pizza party? Yeah! Oh boy, guys. Well, we do a jump shot, and then... okay. That was weird. Well, let's see. What else do we have here? I think this is...
Green!
Hey!
Bernard!
What are you doing up here?
Well, I couldn't stop Purple, and he's gonna go out and conquer the world, and I'm afraid of what he'll do if he catches me, if Dr. Fred doesn't find me first. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, pretty succinctly, actually.
Yeah. Hey!
What's up, Bernard?
Hey! All right.
See you later.
What I'm gonna do is...
Good luck in saving the world, B-Man.
All right, man, thanks. We're over 3 minutes already, so what I am gonna do is I'm gonna leave it here for right now. But if you guys like to watch this, please let me know, because I love this game. And if you want to play it yourself, please. Like I said, it's available on Steam and GOG. That's GOG.com. Good old games. If you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, this is the Misanthropic Lord, signing off. I feel like I could take on the world.